And finally, she is here. This is Zani. She is a Spectral Gauntlet DPS who mainly deals Spectral Frazzle damage. And to answer, yes, her best teammate is Phoebe. You may rejoice all of those who rolled Phoebe without knowing what the hell Zani actually does. Let's talk mechanics, as this is going to be a really long one. Zani has almost two entire kits worth of description going on here, so I'm going to try my best to summarize it so we can understand what the hell she does. The basic attack is nothing special. Her skill will cause Zani to go into a guard position, and if she presses basic attack during this, she will rush at the enemy and slow them down. If you are attacked during your skill instead, Zani will become immune to all CC, taking reduced damage, and stunning the enemy and additionally reducing their vibration strength by 5%. That's just the break bar above their head, you get the point. Outside of her ultimate, Zani gains kinetic stacks, using her skill or basics, indicated by her forte up to a maximum of 100 kinetic stacks. When her forte is full, she can use an enhanced version of the skill, which just deals additional damage. Consumes all kinetic stacks, applying 1 stack of Solar Ember, which is just another name for Spectral Frazzle, to the enemy, giving you Scorching Light and putting you in sword stance. Okay, let's break this down. What the hell is sword stance? This just gives you a 20% Spectral Frazzle amplification, and for Scorching Light, this is basically the forte for her ultimate. Talking about her ultimate, Zani's ultimate deals AoE spectral damage and puts her into the sword stance if she otherwise wasn't already in it, enhancing her basic attacks and increasing the range of them. And additionally, it immediately gives her 50 Scorching Light stacks, increasing the forte cap from 100 to 150. All attacks in the ultimate are considered heavy attack damage and spectral frazzle damage. TLDR, her ultimate enhances all her abilities and converts her forte into a new name, giving it 50 more stacks of said forte. Let's continue. If Zani has 30 or more Scorching Light stacks, her skill will be enhanced, having similar properties to the previous one, but dealing more damage. But there's also a third option. If you end up waiting out the duration without being either hit or pressing basic attack, then Zani will perform a new move, consuming 40 Scorching Light stacks, having the damage multiplier of this attack increased or decreased based on the stacks consumed, and this attack will deal pretty decent damage, assuming that you had the appropriate amount of stacks. Otherwise, if Scorching Light is greater than 30, your next basic attack is enhanced, leading into a heavy slash consuming all Scorching Light stacks. Once your Scorching Light stacks are below 30, Zani gains access to a second Resonance Liberation called Moment of Judgment, dealing high spectral damage and exiting the Scorching Flame state. Zani's intro is just spectral damage, and her outro deals damage based on how many spectral frazzle stacks the enemies had, and if any enemies survive this, all the damage they take is amplified by 20%. Her passive 1 increases her spectral damage by 12% when she intros, and her second passive decreases the damage she takes during her ultimate. Well, let's talk teams. No, she can't be run with Mortefi. You really want Phoebe. You really want Phoebe. You really, really want Phoebe. But you can use Spectra Rover. But Phoebe's a lot better. Like a lot better. For weapons, Zani's signature is a 588 base attack weapon, 48.60 crit damage, and its passive reads it increases attack by 12%. When casting Resonance Liberation, the damage dealt will ignore 8% of the target's defense, and the damage dealt by a Spectral Frazzle will be amplified by 50. Huh. Maybe I do have to get that weapon. But I'm certain any of the 5-star gauntlets will work perfectly fine. I was simply just surprised by the absurdity of her weapon. Otherwise, for Echoes, she's going to be running the Spectral Frazzle set as of current. There are some rumors that she may get an Echo set in the future, but you can't pre-farm that right now. Talking about pre-farming, these are her mats, so you get to pre-farming that right now. Otherwise, I don't think I have much to say. Teammates are going to be Zani and Phoebe against the world. You can use Rover until you get Phoebe, but you most certainly want Phoebe. Otherwise, that's all I have to say. If you want to check out my first impressions or kit explanation of Shakona, it's going to be the video. Otherwise, I'm out.